Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and we have a banger of a video coming up today. It's going to be one that you guys always ask about, a lot of people do at least, and it's going to be the best ETFs to invest in for long term. So this video is going to be all about ETFs, but in the beginning we're going to do a little bit quick of a market update. As you'll see, up about $1,000 on the day, 2.7%. And if we go to the month, we're still up only 6.7%. The last 3 months, we're up 28%, $8,000. And in the last year, we're now up 108%. Our account is at an all-time high. So I hope that your guys' accounts are at an all-time high also. If your account's not at an all-time high right now and it doesn't look quite like mine, go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram or DM me. And I have a training program to show you guys step by step exactly what I look for in a stock, so you can go from a beginner to more of an expert level. And in the course, we go over ETFs way more in depth. We go over option trading and the basics of option if you're a beginner. A lot of the ways I invest, though, are long-term strategies, so that gets into the video today, the ETFs, the best ones that I'm investing in personally. And I think the ETFs can make up a great part of anyone's portfolio, even if it's just a small amount. And if you're saving for retirement, if you have a Roth IRA or any kind of retirement fund, ETFs are a great option to put into your retirement fund. And the first one up on the list is going to be ticker symbol SPY. And this is a great ticker symbol if you're trying to mimic the S&P 500 and you want to invest in the S&P 500, but you don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to do so. This is going to be getting done the same thing as the S&P 500, and it's only $400 a share. And remember, you can buy fractional shares on SPY on this S&P 500 also. So it's mimicking the S&P 500. It's up 62% in the last year. So in my opinion, now is not the time you want to be investing. As you can see, it hits big dips every once in a while. So I think that if we wait for this one to come back down to about 350 or 330 is a great place to buy into this one. And I think it will come back down to about 350 at least. So if you guys want to mark your price alert and put it down for about $350 to buy into SPY for long term, I think that's a great option to help you out. And what I look for, by the way, in an ETF is the length. So at least 5 years. And sometimes I'll even pull them up on Google to see how long they've been around. And some of them have been around 10, 20, 30 years. But if it has SPDR right in front of it, or it says S&P 500, those are trusted ETFs. And same with Vanguard. And some of the other ones like ARK and iClean, those are all going to be safer ETFs, I trust shares and everything too. So all of these are really safe ETFs. So remember, a lot of people will ask me about newer ETFs like crypto ETFs or, MJ ETFs. What you always want to do is remember, first, you look at how long the ETF has been around. Over 5 years, that's a good thing. It's showing consistent growth over 5 years. And then the next thing you want to do is scroll down and look at the market cap. So as you can see, SPY, the market cap is 340 billion, which is very, very good and very, very safe because they're a huge company. They're not going to fluctuate much. If you look at an ETF and it's like 100 million, which I've seen some ETFs, people ask me like 500 million, not even $1 billion ETF, that's a little bit concerning. And that's definitely a red flag. And those are two things to really quickly look at on ETFs every time. And you also want to look at the dividend yield, because on top of the 62% gain that you're getting in the year, you're also getting a dividend of 1.5% on SPY, which is an amazing thing to be looking at when you're investing on ETFs, is also looking at their dividend payout. So first one we had was SPY. Next one we have is SPYD. It's pretty much the same thing. S&P 500, it's going to be mimicking the 500 best companies, up 60% in the last year. But this one's higher dividend yield. So what you'll see is a lot of the stuff is the same, but look at the dividend yield. It's 4.7%. So it's a lot higher. If you want to become a dividend investor, this is a great ETF to invest in for dividend yield, and 4%, 5%, 6% is the highest dividend you typically want payout, because you're going to notice that the growth on the actual share price won't grow as much. If you're looking at a dividend yield of like 10% or 15%, the growth year over year is a lot smaller. But this one's very balanced. It has a dividend yield of 4.7, but the growth is still very consistent. Now the market cap is only 3 billion on SPYD, so it can grow a lot. You know, remember SPY is like 300 billion and this one's 3 billion. So it can, I feel like this one can 2x easily over the next 5 years. And the good thing about this one is, look, it hasn't moved as much. Now remember, always look at the 5-year chart with ETFs, and what you'll see, it hasn't moved that much, which dividend stocks and dividend ETFs are known for not moving as much and paying out a bigger dividend. Like they'll have their ups and downs, like what you see right here. But then they had a really big fall, and this is when I was buying them heavy during April and May. I was buying them super heavy, and I still have about $1,000 in my Vanguard account. And I might show off that account in the future also. It is my Roth IRA account. And I'm going to be doing a close friends video only showing you about my Roth IRA account also. So if you're interested in that, make sure you do subscribe. But look at, they've had some huge growth recently. They're up to $40 a share now. So I would probably not be buying them until they hit one of their lower supports at like $30 or $35. You can probably start buying, but I would want to be buying most of this one right around $30 a share for long term if you are a dividend investor. All right, so the next stock's going to be the DIA ticker symbol, and it's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It actually mimics the Dow Jones. So like we talked about the S&P 500, this one mimics the Dow Jones. Because you know how the real Dow Jones is like 30,000, right? So if you want to invest in the Dow Jones, this is a great way to do so via an ETF that mimics the Dow Jones. It's a very safe ETF. It's a very trusted ETF. It's been around for, I think, 15 years now or longer. And it's been consistently growing is the best part over those 15 years too. So if you look in the last 5 years, during the dip was obviously a great time to buy ETFs. If we scroll down, you can see their market cap is 27 billion. So again, not as big as SPY, but still a very, very big ETF. 27 billion is huge for an ETF. Now the dividend yield pays out 2%. And although ETFs hit new all-time highs every month, every year, I hate buying at all-time highs because there's always that time where it dips down pretty low. So what you want to be doing is staying on your toes if you're trying to build an ETF or a dividend portfolio. Stay on your toes and watch dips, because a lot of these ETFs follow each other. Except for, we'll go over one next. Because honestly, on this one, I would only be buying under $300 a share. Now, if you want to go out and buy an ETF today, that's why I left it for the middle of the video for people who watch the entire length of the videos. I would actually go out and probably buy this one personally, because if we look at it and we go to its month, it's down 22%. So you see all these other ETFs that are at an all-time high. This one's down on its luck, and it's below $25. And I rated this one a buy below 25. You'll actually see I even own 13 shares, but I also own about $1,000 more dollars. Actually, I probably own $2,000 because I have this one on my Fidelity account and my Vanguard retirement fund also. So I'm pretty heavy on iClean, and this is a global clean energy ETF. So it focuses on the biggest names in clean energy. If you don't want to go and individually buy stocks one by one, and you want to just buy a bucket of, a big basket of the best stocks in one and kind of just own a little bit of each company, these ETFs are definitely going to be for you, and they don't require as much maintenance. And if you want to be more hands-off, ETFs are going to definitely be for you, by the way, also. So what we have a market cap of 5 billion, a dividend yield of 0.8, which isn't the worst thing in the world, and the 52-week low of $8. So this one has risen very crazy, but anything under $25 I'm buying for long term, and I'm planning to hold this one for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years even. Probably not 10, but I'll hold this one at least for 3 to 5 years, definitely, and then reevaluate on how everything's going. Now, if you want to invest in gold and you don't know where to put it, or just kind of, be prepared for inflation, this is a good one to hedge your bets on for inflation. Obviously, it has risen a lot in the last 2 years, but it has dipped down a little bit. Gold, and this is IAU, by the way, iShares Gold Trust. The market cap is 28 billion. And if you can also do this one too, GLD, which is the SPDR Gold Trust, which we talked about, 58 billion market cap. The graph's pretty much the same, so they've dipped a little bit. They're down on their luck. And then you can even do this one, ticker symbol GOLD, Barrick Gold. And this one, they're all huge companies, 28 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion. So either one you really can't go wrong with. I think I picked this one because it had a little bit more of a dip going on compared to the others. But overall, I think I do invest in all three of them. This one's only 16 bucks, so if you like the cheaper ones, they're all pretty cheap, but that one might be the one for you, the $16 one or the $21 one, ticker symbol GOLD. Next up on the list, we have one of the hottest stocks and the hottest ETFs, Cathie Woods, guys. She is the GOAT. She is the one behind ARK ETFs, and she is the one that has the best ETFs in the world. Look at this, 243% in the last 1 year. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. So this one definitely should be on your list, especially because it took a big dip. I think it can get back to its new all-time high of $160 a share. Remember, these are all going to be for a long-term ETFs. Typically, you want a long-term mindset. So I think something like ARK ETF can do 20-30% consistently every year for the next 5 years. Now they might even be able to do a little bit better than that and do 50-60%. But who knows, maybe 1 year they might do like a -5, a -10%. So you're doing a little bit more risk. So compared to some of these other ETFs on this list, this one is a little bit more risky. And iClean is a little bit more risky, and the gold ones are a little bit more risky. The first ones we went over are probably the more safer ones. The market cap is 24 billion on ticker symbol ARKK. And if I was buying ARK, I would want to be buying under $125 a share, really under $130 a share. And I would want to be holding this one for 2 to 5 years. Now, the next ETF I want to let you guys know about is ticker symbol ARKG. And I think that this is one that can maybe even outpace ticker symbol ARKK in the next 2 to 5 years because it's in the genomic sector, guys. And if you don't know about the genomic sector, you should research up about it a little bit. Cathie Wood saying that this can outpace every other sector in the stock market in the next 5 years. Genomics, she said it can even outpace batteries and electric cars and EVs and all of that good stuff. The market cap is 10 billion, so it's still absolutely huge. You have a little bit of a dividend yield of 0.4, which is like an average savings account if you have your money in Chase or something like that. And the last ARK ETF that's going to make the list is ARKW. It's the next generation internet. So these are like high tech, like big companies, big tech companies. And the PE ratio is 762, which is absolutely ridiculous. The market cap is 7 billion. And if you guys want me to go over a full video of ARK, like we'll kind of go over ARKW and we can kind of go over the top investments in this ETF and see what they're investing in and peel back the covers and actually see what stocks are in this ETF. We can go over ARKG, the genomic sector, and then we can even go over ARK, ARKK, and see what stocks are specifically in those ETFs. So drop a comment below if you want to see that and leave a thumbs up on this video so I know you guys appreciate this content. Now they're up 250% in the last year, and this is one that I think is going to be, again, at an all-new all-time high, and definitely have your money in this one for long term. And in my opinion, this is one that you're going to want to be holding for a long time, 2 to 3 years, because Cathie Wood and those ARK investors know what they're doing. They're constantly buying, constantly selling all the time to make sure their ETF is functioning the best way possible because their goal is to get 50% to 100% gains every single year. So you definitely want to have these ETFs as part of your portfolio. Next up, we have JETS, ticker symbol JETS. And if you go to the 5-year chart, it's basically at an all-time high again. It was cut bad, very, very bad, because this is an airline industry ETF. Has all the good airlines, a $4 billion market cap. In my opinion, I would be waiting to buy this one below $25 a share if you want to be adding it to your portfolio. If you believe in travel for long term and you like airlines a lot, but you don't know which one to invest in, the airlines companies, and you want to just be super hands off with it, you don't want to have to worry about buying this one, selling this one, this is going to be the ETF for you to throw in a long term portfolio and just hold it for years and years down the road. And what you'll see here is this rapid up and down movement that it had very consistently, which I always call this a stock trader's dream, a swing trader's dream, because it just follows the pattern so frequently and it's very easy to predict. These are the kind of patterns that I like to run options on, by the way, like a very easy pattern like this to tell. Just if anyone was listening this far into the video, that is one of my favorite patterns to run options on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got some value from it. If you didn't know what ETFs were, I hope you learned something new today. And if you're a long-term trader, ETFs can be your best friend. If you know any long-term traders, share this video with them. I'm sure they can find some value with it on the top ETFs. So here's the video. You guys have been asking for it. Top ETFs. Make sure you bookmark it, save it so you can come back to it. And I'll probably put out a top ETF video maybe every few months just to keep you guys updated in case my opinions change. And a lot of people got the $1,400 stimulus, guys, so congratulations. If you guys need any help investing in the stock market, I have a few spots open right now. DM me while you guys still have the $1,400 in your account and put that money to good use. Invested in the stock market. Your future self will definitely be thanking you. So I actually posted this on my story today or yesterday. If you guys have probably saw it, stop buying these things, stuff for flexing, fast food, subs and fees. Start buying these things with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Facebook, Apple stocks, Tesla. And if you guys are subscribed to my YouTube, I'm always going to be pushing you guys to start investing into your future and not buying stuff for flexing, fast food, and worthless stuff that's going to go nowhere, or time suckers and time wasters like video game and partying and all that stuff. As long as you have a healthy balance too, that's totally fine. Just don't be spending all your money on that stuff. Make sure you're putting 50% or 75% or even 100%. And some of you guys, I know you guys have goals like that. If you have large, ambitious goals, then you need to start investing 50, 75, 100% of your money into things, into assets, stock market, cryptocurrencies. Seek out help. Go to professionals that have made the mistakes in the past so you don't have to, and that's why I'm here. I can be a second voice for you guys, or a second pair of eyes if you have any stocks to be looking at. I also posted this, check your bank account, 15 hours ago. I'm getting a word that a lot of people are getting their $1,400 stimulus checks, and you'll see just in 15 hours, we got over 1,500 replies, guys. So thank you guys for all the support, responding. I'm very vocal with you guys as a community. That's why I like doing polls and seeing what videos you guys want out next. And I listen to the comments too and try to respond to every single comment also to engage with you guys. So we have 700 people that voted yes. They already got their stimulus check, but we have 800 people who voted no. But as you can see, that it's a little bit skewed because this guy right here, Canadian Property Maintenance, voted no. But unfortunately, no one in Canada is getting stimulus checks, so it didn't really help that, you guys vote no if you guys aren't even part of the poll. So that's why I like these. And I know some people accidentally click them, like if you're going through your story and then you accidentally click no. It's not a big deal, so don't feel bad if you are. And here's what I posted on my close friend story. So this was just today, by the way. If you stayed this long through the video, I'll show you some of it. Bought 2 more shares of XPing today for a swing trade up to $50 plus is my exit. Bought 2 more shares of Tattooed Chef, TTCF, today for a long term. Bought 1 more share of NEO today for a swing trade up to $55. and bought 2 more PLTR for a swing trade up to $35. So if you guys want notifications in real time, you'll see a little green star in the top right hand corner. That's my close friends list, and if you turn your notifications on, you can see exactly when I'm buying, how much I'm buying, and my plans on how long I'm buying for, and my exits. So if you guys need more help, now is the time to take the stock market investing very, very seriously, because there's going to be a lot of pumping money into the stock market with these stimulus checks. They're officially here. So now's the time to invest. We're going to start seeing green, green, green. And now's the time for options too. I think tomorrow I'll be releasing, the day after this one, I'll be releasing my options video, or maybe we'll even save it for next week, because I think next week will be more of a green week than we had this week. So guys, make sure you subscribe for more videos. And if you guys want me to do 5 videos a day, you have to be liking these videos more and commenting more also. Show me the love, guys, and I'll love to create more videos for you guys. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Share it with a friend. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.